First up at 5:30, are there chemicals in your home that could be putting your brain at risk? The answer, most likely, is yes, because we can't avoid them. The journal Nature published a study by researchers at Case Western Reserve University indicating common household cleaners could potentially be putting certain brain cells at risk. Senior health correspondent Monica Robbins explains.
The types of chemicals we're talking about are everywhere. Organophosphate flame retardants found in your furniture and electronics, or the quaternary ammonium compounds, or quats, found in disinfecting cleaning supplies and personal hair products and mouthwash. These are the classes of chemicals researchers at Case think have the potential to damage brain cells.
These are the cells that are destroyed in multiple sclerosis. And so what we've identified is chemicals in our environment that can harm the same cells that are lost in multiple sclerosis and other neurodegenerative diseases.
These products do as they're intended, but he believes using them in moderation, especially around the developing brains of children. It's what he's doing in his own family.
Based on results of our own study, we've minimized the use of products that contain these chemicals simply out of an abundance of caution.
The research did not find a direct correlation between the products and brain cells, which is why research will continue.
Much more work needs to be done.
Switching to more natural cleaning options such as vinegar, hydrogen peroxide, even vodka, or the alcohol in your medicine cabinet may not be a bad idea.
Or isopropyl alcohol has been used as the most common disinfecting agent for many years. It's what we use in the laboratory to disinfect everything.
Again, the problem with these chemicals, there's really no way to avoid them. They are everywhere. And Dr. Tazar's team thinks they could be linked to not only multiple sclerosis, but also autism spectrum disorder, ALS, and a host of other diseases. However, it is very important to note, currently there is no direct correlation between these chemicals and these illnesses. We simply don't know how much is too much or what type of exposure can cause these problems. That's why they're going to continue this research, and no doubt regulatory agencies, including the EPA, will be watching.
The first thing I thought of was we've probably been around these our whole lives.
Oh, absolutely. No doubt. Yeah.
And we think we're cleaning. And maybe but we don't know, yes.
Well,
I mean, because they work, you said.
Right, and the bottom line is one of the things he said, because the most vulnerable among us are the children. So, you know, don't use a disinfecting wipe to clean their toys if they might be putting them in their mouths, that sort of thing. Sure. So, you know, we want to avoid that exposure, and it's never a bad idea to switch to a healthier alternative, you know, more natural alternative to clean if you can. Because since the pandemic, we have just become obsessed with disinfecting everything, which, you know, during cold and flu season, not necessarily a bad thing, but you know what, maybe we're overdoing it. And especially with some of these products, maybe it's a good idea to just ease off a little bit and use some different products, like vodka. Why not?
I saw that. Take a
that away
drink,
from children's
go
toys
ahead.
as well.
Yes, keep
but
that
you
away.
mentioned to us at 4 that going back old school and using vinegar is a great alternative.
Yeah, vinegar. I mean, you know, the baking soda, the vinegar, you know, throwing that down your drain. Remember how, like,
Sure.
it was so much fun. Now, a couple of things, you can use vinegar and hydrogen peroxide, but you need to keep those separate. You can't put those in a spray bottle and use.
Okay.
There are a ton of sites that you can go to online and find natural cleaning solutions that will give you a zillion different ideas that you can search if you're interested in doing that. But it's just probably everything in moderation.
Yeah.
You know, that's the best advice right now.
Thanks, Mom.
Sure.
Mom, thank you.